Begin by coming down to the mat on your hands and knees and curling your toes under. Have the band positioned underneath your hands so that you can hold it down firmly. Start by breathing into your back and feel the expansion across the back and the sides of the ribs on the inhalation. And as you exhale, gently draw up through lower tummy and pelvic floor muscles. Keep breathing in this way and avoid changing the spine position whilst we're just breathing. So we don't want to tuck the tail under as we breathe out just yet. Feel as though the ribs have a buoyancy vest on them and they're staying buoyant up to the ceiling. Continue that feeling now as you move into cat stretch, and then breathe in and lengthen back to your neutral spine position. Breath out as you curl up into that deep spine stretch, and breathe in as we lengthen back out to neutral from the tail to the crown of the head. Keep moving in this way and follow your breath. Allow the length of your breath to match the length of your movement. Spread the fingers on the mat and use the hand muscles to avoid getting sore wrists. One more, breath out, curl up, drop the head and tail, uncurl the toes, sit back towards the heels now, and this time bend the elbows, lift the chest up, reach forward and back to your cat stretch position. Breath out, curl up, sit back to your heels, bend the elbows, reach up through your breastbone and come back up to 4-point kneeling. Breath out, curl up, seat to heels, chest bone up and forward, press up into the arms. Breath out, curl up, seat to heels, reach the chest up and forward, straighten the arms. Curl the toes under and press up into inverted V. Take a moment here to make some adjustments so the feet are hip width apart, and bend the knees as much as necessary. So you can allow the sit bones then to really open to the sides and reach to the ceiling the more you have your knees bent, and you'll feel a very nice hamstring stretch this way. Bend the knees, come back to the floor on your hands and knees, uncurl the toes. This time take the right hand out to the side holding onto the band and breathe in to bring it back. Breathe out to take it to the side and in to come back. What we're after here is really nice symmetry through the shoulders and the pelvis as we move the arm in this way. So keep the shoulders square to the floor and only move the arm as high as you can keep that symmetry. Other side. Breath out as you raise the arm, breathe in, coming back. Breath out, raise the arm, breathe in, coming back. Check the hips are square and that you're not gripping your buttocks here, but you're gently drawing in and up through pelvic floor. Place the band down. Let go and just give your wrists a nice shake to the forward and back and side to side, and then perhaps a little wrist stretch by bending the hand forward and stretching the fingers over. Come back to your hands and knees now, hands under shoulders and shoulder width apart. And now reach one arm forward whilst you hold the band down with the other hand. Alternate sides, and if this is too much on the shoulders, you can do this without the band. But again, we're after that nice symmetry through the shoulders and the hips. And you'll feel the work at the back of the arm here. Check in with the tummy and pelvic floor as you move from side to side. Now, if you like, add a leg. Opposite arm and leg. And again, you can do this without the band or perhaps just do the legs now and keep the arms there. Choose the level that's right for you today. Go for length rather than height here. So reach the toes and the fingertips forward and back rather than going for the ceiling. Come back to sit down towards your heels, separate the knees and reach through into the rest position. Take some nice deep breaths here and allow the breath to really open up through the spine and feel the spine stretching with the breath. Feel the clothes moving against your skin as you breathe, slowing down the breath, slowing down the mind. Rolling up. And now just coming over onto your back, knees bent, feet hip width apart, and place the band across your hips, holding the band down with your hands. As you breathe out, we're going to raise the pelvis up and then breathe in as you come down. Keep the hands pressing the band down for some added resistance for the glutes and hamstrings. Try to avoid flaring the ribs. We want to keep the ribs in line with our hips. Press into the feet, reach the knees forward and really open up the front of the hips and breathing in to come down. Check there's no neck or shoulder tension here and just release it if there is. Breathing out as you lift and in as you lower. Take the arms up, keep the hips up, take the arms to the side, breathe out, breathe in, bring them back together. Repeat this action with the arms. On the breath out, we pull the band apart, breathe in as you come back. Feel as though your collarbones pull apart and your shoulders widen, just like the band is doing across your chest. Keep the hips pressing up, the feet pressing down, and keep your breath flowing with the movement. Take the arms back up and roll all the way down. Now just place the elbows onto the floor, have your palms facing you and hold the band in your hands. Stick your thumbs out, and as you breathe out, send your thumbs towards the mat and breathe in as the hands come back. Try to avoid moving the elbows further away from the body. They just stay where they are for now. Check in with your upper back. Can you feel tension in the back as you pull the band apart? And if you can, maybe take some tension off the band. Place the band down across your hips now and fold your fingers behind your head with your elbows slightly raised off the mat. Take a breath in to prepare and then breathe out as we curl forward into a lovely chest lift. Breathe in and hold and breathe out and roll back to the mat. Breathe in and stay. Breath out as we curl up and over from the mid-back up and over our head. Breathe in and stay up to that height and then breathe out and roll back to the floor. Now the tricky bit as you move here, as you keep going through this movement, is that when you breathe in at the top of that chest lift, you're inclined to sort of slightly lower back to the mat. But I want you to stay up nice and high on that inhalation. Breath out as you curl up. Breath in, stay nice and high. And breath out and roll back to the mat. In, prepare. Breath out, curl up and over. Breathe in, stay high. Breath out, roll back to the mat. In to prepare. Breath out, curl up and over. Breathing in, raise a leg and lower it down, breathe out. And alternating sides. So we're just adding some leg lifts now to this chest lift. Stay up nice and high as the leg lifts and lowers. Again, you'll be tempted to lower back as that leg goes back to the floor, but stay nice and lifted through the chest, coming up towards the knee. Pelvis is neutral on the mat and roll all the way down. Breathe in, prepare. Breath out and curl across to the opposite side now. So we're doing a little crisscross action with our upper body. You're aiming for your armpit to go to your hip rather than your elbow to your knee. So you're trying to twist the spine up and over off the floor, aiming for both shoulder blade tips to come off the mat. Keep the hips nice and square and the weight even through both buttock cheeks now as you add a leg. So you're coming up and over to the leg raise on the opposite side. If you get mixed up at first, don't worry, just stop and start again. So armpit to hip, raise the knee on the same side you're twisting to. Breathe out as you go across, in as you come down. Take the band now and place it around your foot. Bend the elbows, place them on the floor as an anchor. Breath out, curl into your chest lift position. Breathe in, prepare it out to stretch the leg forward, in to draw it back in. And again, out and draw it in. Stay up nice and high. Breathe out 3. Breathing in to draw it in with control. And 4. And breathing in. And 5. And breathe in, draw it back in. And 6, keep up nice and high. Raise the leg up and lower it down as you breathe out. Breathe in as you draw it up. And 2, draw down from the back of your thigh. Breathe in, allow the leg to float up with the band. Press down through the back, keep up nice and high through the chest, and roll back down. Change legs. Bend the knee, anchor the elbows, breathe out, curl forward into your chest lift position. In to prepare, and out to extend the leg. Breathe in, draw the knee towards you, keeping up nice and high. Breath out, 2, breathing in, and 3. Breathe out, 4, and breathe out, 5, and breathe out, 6, and raise the leg up straight and lower down as you breathe out. Breathe in, raise it up, elbows really firmly anchored into the floor. Keep curling your upper body towards that leg. Breathe in, bring it up. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, bring it up. And breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, bring it up. Breathe out, down. And in to come up. Lower your upper body down. And place both feet into the band in your Pilates V. So the band is against your toes, heels together, toes turned out. Place the band in between your knees and turn them out. Breathe out as you press the legs away and in as you come back. Keep the elbows anchored to the floor and breathing in. The head is down, but you can take the head up if you want a little extra added challenge. Breathe in to draw the knees in. Breathe out, squeeze the legs out from your center. Draw them back in from your center. Press them away, keep the elbows down. Check the ribs are relaxed on the floor. Pelvis neutral. In to come in, out to go out. In to come in. And give your knees a hug right into your chest. Wring out your hips with that good deep squeeze. And then release. Take one foot into the band now and hold the band in the opposite hand for leg circles. You take the leg across the body as you breathe in and breathe out as it circles down and round and back up. Have the other arm out to the side for a little extra added balance. And we're going to do 4 each way. Other way now. Breath out as it goes down, around and up. Down, around and up. Down, around and up. And down, around and up. And change legs. Band in the opposite hand, the other arm out alongside you. Across the body as you breathe in, breathe out as you lift it up. And keep circling the leg in this way, aiming to keep the pelvis as stable as possible. One more this way. And reverse. Breathe out as it comes up from the core. And lift into the center. Keep the upper body soft and relaxed and the shoulders letting go. And last one. And take the band down. Pop it to the side for now. Hug your knees into your chest and again give them a good squeeze in. Take a couple of deep breaths. Take the knees back to tabletop, hands at the back of the legs, chest lift up into assisted roll up. Breathe in when you sit up at the top. And breath out, curling back through the lumbar spine, mid-back, upper back, lower and head all the way down. Now as you come up, it's important to push-pull with the arms and legs. So you're pressing the legs and feet towards the mat, but pulling back with your arms at the same time. And this helps to get you up off the mat. In at the bottom, out as you go, chin towards your chest, push-pull with the legs, come up to sitting tall, eye gaze straight ahead. Breath out, curl the tail under, feel each part of your spine touching down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Breath out, chin toward the chest, press the legs and arms, breathe in, sit tall. And breath out, curling into a deep C curve, scooping the abdominals in and up, coming all the way to the floor. Breath out, chin to chest, push, pull, and sit nice and tall, eye gaze ahead. Breath out, scooping through the belly, rolling back to the floor. Side to side, take the arms out to the sides now. In as you roll the knees and hips across to one side, and out as you draw the knees and hips across to the center. Breathing in as you roll the hips and knees across, keep the upper body on the mat, Breath out, draw the legs back. So we're just twisting from our waist down here. We're aiming to keep our upper body firmly pressing into the mat from the ribs right up to the head. So check the opposite shoulder here as you roll across and really try and draw it back for added stretch and add a little bit of core work as you come back as well. In, going over, and out, drawing deep through the tummy to come back. In, going across, all the way now if you can go to the floor for an extra little stretch. Take a deep couple of breaths there. Feel your way into that lovely twist. And then use your out breath to draw the legs back up and across to the other side. Feel that lovely stretch through the spine, maybe across down through the glutes on that side and the lower back, perhaps the side of the leg. And use your breath as a way to release any areas of tightness. Bring the legs back up to the center and rolling over onto our tummies now. Place the hands underneath your shoulders with your elbows bent. Press the pelvis firmly into the mat, both hip bones and the pubic bone. And we're going to breathe in as we come up into a little upper back extension. And then breathe out as you come back to the floor. Our breath in helps us come up into that nice little bit of upper back extension. And the breath out helps us to come down. We only really want to feel this in our upper back. So if you're feeling this in your lower back, press your pelvis firmly into the mat more or lower your lift. Don't come up quite as high. Place the hands behind you, palms turned up now. We're going to reach the arms up and back and pump the arms up 5 times and lower back to the floor. Breathe in as you come up into your extension, just the upper back still, and 5 little pumps as you breathe out with the arms and come back to the floor. Breath in, reach through your crown, come up into your extension, lengthen the arms and pump 5 times. Turn the hands over, reach them forward in front of you. Bring the hands back underneath your shoulders and press back into the rest position for a well-deserved little stretch here. So there's a little arm and abdominal sequence for you to do. You can do that at the beginning of your day. It's a great way to set yourself up, get you focused, get you breathing, get the muscles moving. But you can also do that at the end of your day as a way to debrief your body and iron out any kinks or any stress that you may have taken on throughout your day. If you've got any questions, please comment down below and I'm more than happy to answer. Again, if you like these videos, please subscribe, and if you want to be alerted each time there is a new one, just hit the little bell button at the bottom there. I'll see you next time.